SwissBorg is the official partner of my channel where you can buy, sell, hold, and more importantly stake your cryptocurrencies. You can even earn yield on your stablecoins. Sign up with my link and you'll earn up to $100 worth of their native token CHSB just for depositing €50 worth of crypto. SwissBorg. Hello everybody, welcome back to Crypto Clickbait, which there's a guy on my channel yesterday who sent me a comment saying, look, if you're wrong on your prediction, I want you to delete your channel. What? What a thing to say to somebody. Okay, I'll delete my channel. I was incorrect. For the moment, I don't quite believe that is the case. I gave this alt season a 3-week period to play. We're about to enter week 3, so we've got a good 7 days or so left, 8 days or so, before we start to see some upside across the board for altcoins. Now, I'm not highlighting this one specifically, so don't get too excited and harvest your kidneys and put a buy order in. There are many altcoins that you've already started to see. If you look across the board for, on your spot exchanges, you'll see them. They've started to run, and it would appear for the most part that the top caps are going to have this trickle down like the old school alt seasons. And again, when I say call this alt season, this isn't like the alt season that I called back in the bear market, which did about 200% rally. And that was a pretty sweet one, I have to say. It was definitely good, especially because it was done in a bear market, so people were like, if you're wrong, I want you to delete my channel, delete your channel. No. There you go, have a bit of that. This one won't be quite so incredible because the chart on the daily is not quite the same. This is actually quite a bullish situation that we got going on over here. But just like all bullish situations, you expect to see pullbacks. What do you mean? It's not up only? No, it's not up only. And I'm not seeing any major signs of weakness outside of the one drive of bearish divergence that we've got going on here. There's a chance that we pull back into any one of these moving averages. Probably 50 exponential will get it, and that will give you the 60 to 70% altcoin gains that I've been talking about. So anyway, like I say, I'm not highlighting this one as anything specific, but looking at things on their Bitcoin pairs for any kind of divergence and change in momentum. We've got this on the daily. This is actually some bullish divergence we see on Atom to BTC. Not great, not massive, but it is there, it's present. 4 hourly's got it also. 4 hours got a fair bit of it, so there you go. So nice bit. That's a 3 hourly, by the way. But the 4 hourly is going to have it. 3 hourly will have it. All the time frames will have it. And now that it's present on the daily, and it's also complemented by the bearish divergence on the Bitcoin dominance chart, I'm quite liking the general setup on this one. But again, I'm not looking for massive gains. Even for us just to reclaim back up to that major area that we lost is about 27%. And if we do go on to some to reach our previous tops, there you go. There's your 65%. So again, Atom being a relatively top cap coin, really, so not looking for hundreds of percents, although Atom can do big swings. So I'm not saying that this is something you should definitely buy. I'm not saying that at all. You buy what you want. I buy what I want. Based on what I see, you buy what you want, or based on what you see. And if I'm wrong, I'll delete my channel. Psych. Of course I'm going to bloody delete my channel. What a mad thing to say. Anyway, so looking at Bitcoin, again, still the same old. We've got our trend signal on the itchy cloud. We're looking to continue to trend up and blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. It's the same old. There's nothing more about it that I can say. We look at traditional markets on weekdays, but we recognize that they all look pretty good as well. So the bears are going to get screwed. As far as I can see, the bears will get screwed on gold. They'll get screwed on euro. They'll get screwed on S&P. They'll get screwed on everything. They'll get screwed on stocks. So what we're going to look at now is just some thinking a bit outside of the box, right? Do you believe in the 4-year market cycle? Do you believe this is a rinse and repeat 4-year market cycle for Bitcoin? I do, obviously, I do. Is it worth, shedding some of your cash into some stocks that are related to crypto? You think, well, why would I do that? When Bitcoin is the main driver, why in the world would I put money into something that is not actually Bitcoin when it's Bitcoin that's doing the 4-year market cycle? I'll tell you why. Because if we hold on to the fact that there's a 4-year market cycle, which means that we're just generally going to trend, up slowly, or maybe even just sideways, but end up at higher highs about 2 to 3 years down the line. That means that if we are looking at other stocks, like I've got 3 of them up here, but there'll be quite a few others. These are just some that we all know. This is Coinbase's stock. This is CleanSpark, which is a mining company. Then we've got another mining company here, which Hut 8 Mining Corp, given to us actually by someone on the Patreon who's quite keen to look at this. I'd never heard of it before, but it is a mining company, obviously. Bitcoin mining, that would be. let's have just a little look at the shorter term timeframes on these sort of things, because there is something interesting going on with these sort of moves. So here we go. End of last year to the peak, there's a 200% gain. So that outperformed Bitcoin. So there is reason to think that actually this is something that you might want to take a little risk on. I mean, it's a stock, so it's going to be subject to its own earnings and all kinds of regulation that might come its way over these next few years. So unlike Bitcoin itself, which is crisp and pure, this is going to have a degree of, well, like I say, problems that surround any company, just like an altcoin would really. But it does outperform Bitcoin, and it is very clearly correlated to the Bitcoin price. On its own chart, it's not too bad. Daily, above all major moving averages, apart from the 200 exponential. Once that's cleared at 221, should be plain sailing, really. And if you believe in the 4-year market cycle for something that's like Bitcoin related, our previous all-time high is all the way up here, around 1900%, right? So that's close to a 20x if it were to ever reclaim its previous all-time high. I'm not suggesting it will at all, but I'm saying that it could. We've got the same thing going on here with CleanSpark, which is a stock that I actually do own, and I've been stocking up on this one at these lows because I believe in my own, BS. Obviously, I'm not. I click on my own clickbait. Clearly, so yeah, I bought a load of this because this is more widely available. This is one of the bigger ones. I couldn't get hold of HUT myself, don't know where it trades, but CleanSpark is generally available across the board. And yeah, so I picked up a load of this. We've got a nice read on this as well. So we're outside of the descending trend line, very much like a Bitcoin chart, really. An accumulation at a lower level, still relatively low. We're looking at this on a weekly. We've reclaimed the Bollinger Band Center 2 weeks in a row, support from it as well. Very much a low zone, to be fair with you, if we're thinking about buying into something like this. And we just measure it from where we are right now to its previous area. We're talking about a 1400% gain, and that's just to reclaim its previous all-time high. Mining companies, provided that they are okay, will probably outperform Bitcoin. If we think about Bitcoin realistically, now I like to think about everything realistically, conservative price targets. So what are we, 28,000 now? So what are you gonna? Where are we going to end up at the end of this bull run, this bull market? Where's it going to go? 100,000? I'd say it's safe to assume that maybe just give or take 100,000 is probably the target for Bitcoin, which means that really you're only really looking for about a 300% gain from where we are right now. Give or take a little bit more. So 300% versus 1400 or 1900 seems to me like, okay, I'll treat those other stocks like the small cap coins. Really, their value of those stocks are going to be correlated directly with Bitcoin specifically. And so it seems reasonable to assume that they're going to outperform Bitcoin if they keep going up. Their stock will go up. So I think they're reasonably decent bets if you believe in this 4-year market cycle, if you believe that we're going to trend up towards $100,000 over a few years. If you want to emphasize your gains and don't want to be doing it in altcoins, you can think about crypto-related stocks like those Bitcoin mining companies or Coinbase. Well, Coinbase is obviously not a very old chart. The ICO or the IPO, sorry, it was all the way up here at 431. We're now trending down here at 67.5. Just like all the others, we're above the Bollinger Band Center. This would always be a good buy if you manage to get back down here, back down into the 20 weekly. Also, that's a retest of the breakout zone. And if you think about where this could go, again, I'm not telling you that it's going to move up to brand new all-time highs, but Coinbase's stock price is going to be quite easily correlated with the Bitcoin and crypto market. I believe also that they're going to probably be the first spot ETF for institutional money. The whole BlackRock partnership sort of suggests that is going to be the case. And so, if we think about what that might mean, we're talking trillions of money, trillions of dollars that could fall into and through Coinbase, which is only going to be good for them and only going to be good for the stock price. Again, this is volatile. I don't know if you've even looked at how the correlation looks between Coinbase and Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin goes up, Coinbase goes up massively, Bitcoin goes down, Coinbase goes down massively. It's the really volatile stock. It's quite good for swing trades, to be honest with you. I've been doing a fair bit of that on derivatives with Coinbase. I own a lot of this now. Again, just like I've been buying clean spark from these lower zones, looking to trend up for a prolonged period of time. So it looks pretty good to me, and it's something worth thinking about. So like I say, it's not as easy or as simple as just going for Bitcoin and altcoins. There are other things that you could think about doing, and it does require a belief in the cycle, a belief in the fact that it's not going to go to zero, a belief in the whole ecosystem for Bitcoin and the future of crypto as well. But there are other opportunities out there for you if you want to take that risk. It doesn't have to be specifically on crypto exchanges. It can be across the board for traditional markets, because traditional markets and crypto, yeah, they have bonded now. And even we've seen with the mining companies, they outperform Bitcoin on the way up. So why not take a little risk if that's something you're inclined to do? Because again, crypto market is a risky market. You're obviously not risk averse if you're watching this channel and looking to buy into altcoins and crypto and whatnot. So if you're looking to risk a little extra in a different area, then that would be something you might want to think about doing. Anyway, like I say, I do invest in across the board in a variety of different places. There is one place where you can buy spot for these stocks if you are that way inclined. I use AJ Bell mostly for big, large portions of stock buys for ISAs and my pension, my stocks and shares pension. I do all that with AJ Bell. But if you want to do just a bit of spot trading, for instance, I would recommend you use free trade, because the obviously by the name of it, the fees are almost zero, so you can buy and sell for basically pence, really, or cents. But for most of you, I think this is only available in UK and Europe. So American guys, you're probably going to have to find an alternative route. I hear that Robinhood is probably your best bet, but I couldn't say for certain. Right, I'm going to leave with you there. There's nothing much more to say about all this. Everything looks good. It's going to be bumpy, but we're trending up in towards the 30s. The Itchy Clouds commands that. We will know if we're wrong when we get the cheeky spend touch price action, or the blue cross the red, or we get some significant bearish divergence, which technically we haven't really had. We've had a breakout of RSI here, and this is just a new trend that's going to take us, in my expectation, up into the 30s now, the lower 30s to begin with, and maybe we see higher levels such as 38 to 40 on a parabolic blow off top, where we might want to exit the market for a little bit if we see something like that. In anticipation for a more long drawn out consolidation that'll take a couple of months. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day, good weekend. Take it easy.